Hi everyone and welcome back to Skyypop. First off, I kind of want to... Oh god, it's getting to me already. First off, I kind of want to apologize for not posting the things I promised I would post. The reason I didn't upload my last unboxing videos was because when I made the footage I was feeling a bit sick. And I also looked quite sick, so I didn't feel confident uploading any content in which I could barely talk or anything. I still have that footage though, so if you would still like to see it, I didn't look very convincingly happy in it or anything, but the albums are still amazing. So if you want to see that, I would like that. I would like to know that, so please comment in the comments down below if you would still like to see my Yellowwood mixtape and I Am Who album unboxings. While I was gone from YouTube for that 1 month, a lot has actually happened to me. In my last video I mentioned very shortly that I got concert tickets to see Stray Kids in Europe, and that's what I will be talking about today. I will be talking about my concert experience, how the concert went for me and my friend Yoni, what I did to prepare for the concert, how I got my tickets, how I queued, how I felt after the concert was over, how the high touch went. It's going to be a long one. I will also be uploading another video involving a fan sign I got into, but that's going to be recorded separately, so anyway. On I think June 25th, My Music Taste had an album sale for the European leg of the Unveil tour that Stray Kids did, and I was up at 7 in the morning just to queue on the website, because when I got tickets to see BTS I had to queue on the website for like 3 hours and I still didn't get in the first time. So I was like, oh, I'm getting these tickets, I will be there at 7 in the morning, and literally no one was there queuing, and I was like, okay, fine. But I got up at 7 and started queuing on both my laptops, mine and my boyfriend's, and on my boyfriend's desktop. I made 3 accounts for that, and I started queuing. And the sale started at around 10, and I called my friend Yoni, who was going with me. Thanks for going with me, Yoni. I really loved the experience, but we'll get into that later. I called Yoni and we were like both trying to get tickets because we both had a lot of pre-sale codes because we made the campaign. So she was trying from her place and I was trying from mine. And the sale started and we were both actually on the wrong website because there was a miscommunication between the fan base and My Music Taste. So we ended up getting into My Music Taste at about 10 minutes after the sale started, so we were like completely panicking. We were like losing it completely. And when we got there, VIP tickets, VIP tickets, they were sold out. Duh, we got there 10 minutes late. But my boyfriend, Andries, he was like, chill, we're just going to keep trying. And we kept refreshing for like half an hour until he suddenly very dryly told us like, I'm in. And when I filled in the information and I got the order confirmation, I completely broke down. I had been stressing since 7 in the morning. I thought I wasn't going to see them. I thought I couldn't get Yoni the ticket she deserved, because I really think she deserved to go even more than I thought I deserved to go. So I was really sad, and then suddenly we did have the tickets and everything just felt like, wow, we're going to meet them. But it was still like a month away, so we met up a few times before going and we became really great friends. And the day before the concert I picked Yoni up and we went to Paris together. And I must say, it was a wild ride. I mean, I've been to concerts before, but I usually had seating tickets and I've never had VIP. Sorry, it's just the whole experience, reliving the whole experience is just really getting to me and I keep getting stuck in my own words. But anyway, I have never had any kind of VIP tickets before. The best I've had was Soundcheck for 5 Seconds of Summer, and that was really well organized and it was seated. So I've never had to queue before, actually. And the queue was a mess, but in a good way. Because we arrived in Paris the night before at around 10-11 in the evening, and my parents rented a camper, a mobile home, so that we could camp without me having to sleep randomly on the streets or something, because I have some weird kind of thing going on with my heart that I will get into later. But we went to security, we explained my my health situation, and they were like, sure, listen, if you come back before 6 in the morning, we will give you a number, and you just, we will write down your name, and you just show us your ID, and we will let you in, because, well, you're sick, we can't force you to sleep here. We got our wrist numbers, and you can still see mine a little bit, because my skin is really thin, and the ink won't really get out, but my wrist number was 243. I have a little bit of vlogging footage of that, but it's really vague, so like I will include it, but I forgot to vlog the rest of the day, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway.
It's really dark outside, but I don't even know if I will be uploading this, but Yoni and I just arrived at the venue. It's 11 in the evening, I think, and we just got our wrist numbers. We aren't going to sleep at the venue because of my health problems, but we parked the van right outside the venue, so we will be here back at 6 AM in the morning to meet up with Tevi and Lo. And well, yeah, that's kind of everything. We're really excited, and we're going to try and catch a little bit of sleep now. Good night! Bye!
So we then went back to the camper, and we just went to sleep immediately, because we had planned to get up at 5 in the morning. And we did, we got up at 5, and around 5:30 I think we went back inside to queue. And there was like a huge empty hall, like a venue, but not the venue we're supposed to be in. Well, yeah, we were in that venue. We were lined up according to our unofficial wrist numbers. And then at 7 in the morning, this person named Mixin Souls from Twitter, she came and gave us our unofficial wristbands. Wait, I still have those, wait. At 7 in the morning, Mixin Souls came and gave us these wristbands with our unofficial number on it. It was like to give us some sort of proof of which number we were, because you can easily write any kind of number on your arm with any kind of marker. So we got those wristbands. Then we went back for food and to try and get some sleep, but we couldn't because we were too nervous. And then around noon, we went back and we got these wristbands, which were the official My Music Taste wristbands. And because some people came too late to queue again, we moved up 4 spots, meaning my new wrist number wasn't 243 anymore, but it was 239. Not that that mattered in the end, because a lot of stuff happened. We then went back again to the camper, to rest a bit and like get ready, because I actually went to queue in my pajamas. And yeah, we got ready, we got all dressed up, we bought some merch in between as well. We both bought the hoodie. Yoni also bought the shirt. Yeah, she did. And around 4 we went back to queue, and we were let into the venue at 5. And actually, when we were let in, we were 3rd row, I think, which was amazing, but a lot happened. I'm telling you, a lot happened. When we came into the venue, we were 3rd row, but because there were a lot of people who had VIP, we kind of got pushed against the barricades at first, but then when people started to open up more space, we got cut in line a lot. So when the concert started, we were 5th row. And then during the concert, we were actually pushed back to 11th row. I remember someone in front of me, I remember seeing them, and they had official wrist number 982 or 68. I don't really remember that well. But I mean, that's more than 700 numbers behind me, and they managed to get in front of me, so I was getting really pissed. Anyway, the concert started, and I kind of immediately broke down the second they started like the intro, because I was like, whoa, what's happening? I still couldn't believe we had that kind of ticket and that kind of spot. It started and I started crying and I was like, oh, it's gonna happen. And then they came on stage and everything was okay. It was all so impressive, and I'm going to include a few fan cams I made right now. The first fan cam I made was Elevator, but I was shaking and crying so bad that it was kind of really out of focus. So it's the worst fan cam I made that night. Then we had, I think the next song was Awaken, and then Mirror, and then Who. And I didn't film any of these because I wanted to enjoy a bit of the concert, but I did film my favorite songs. So. Then was Insomnia, and that is probably the best fan cam I made that night, so I will obviously include that. I had to cut Insomnia short because the person next to me kept hitting me with her Ujin hand fan. And I was like, okay, sweetie, I get that you're excited, but I don't need a concussion at this point. Then Voice. and My Pace. And at My Pace, things kind of started going downhill for me. You will notice when after seeing the footage, that I had to cut it in half. Because as I said before, I have this really weird thing going on with my heart that they can't really explain. It's kind of like a disease, but not really. I also have asthma attacks, and I am claustrophobic, which means it was really hard for me to stand in between like 1,000 other people and not panic. It was also really hot. I've never really sweat before, I'm a lady, but sweat was literally dripping from my nose like constantly, and when I wanted to wipe my hands off on my legs, it was even worse because my legs were dead wet. So around My Pace, I felt like I was getting really dizzy, so I stopped the fan cam and put my phone not really away, but I wanted to hold it because I felt like I was going to faint. And I gave my water away to someone next to me who was also going to faint, so I didn't really have anything to do but just wait for water to be passed around. And when water was coming around after My Pace, people refused to give it to me, so I started kind of I didn't really black out, but I started falling against someone, and security had to take me outside because I couldn't handle it anymore, and I knew I wasn't going to be I knew I wasn't going to be able to handle any of it any longer, and I couldn't really enjoy myself. I was getting so sick to the point that even doing the fan chants really hurt and made me feel like I was going to throw up, so I really didn't enjoy myself anymore at that point. So the fans around me asked security to take me outside. So they carried me over the barricade, and I think Felix and Yunjin saw, and I still feel guilty about that, but as soon as I was outside, I felt a lot better, and I got a lot of water from the security people. So I helped some other stays that were feeling sick because they were really sad, and I tried to calm them down. And then I went back inside, and security gave me a safer spot, which was a few rows to the back and more to the left than where I was before. But I could still see really clearly, and there was barely anyone around me because the most people were packed up against barricade, and then there was just a lot of space. And even though we asked them to move back just so people would be safe, they didn't. So there ended up being like a huge open space at the back of VIP. And after My Pace, I ended up standing there, and I had so much more fun. Let's go! We missed my side because I fell sick, but after that I still recorded everything I could. And the only reason I wanted to explain this is because you will notice in my fan cams that I went from right in the middle in the first few rows to entirely at the back of VIP at the left, so I felt like I should explain why that shift happened. But yeah, after they moved me, it was actually pretty much the best concert I've ever had. And in general, the concert was just so impressive. Like, they did their best so hard, and they did such a good job, and you can really see and hear how hardworking and talented they are.
고맙단 말밖에 못하던 내가 널 향해 손을 내민다. 그 손을 잡은 너와 함께 전부 다로 큰 꿈을 외친다. 내가 널 위한 수만 있다면 뭐든 할 수가 있더라고. 너가 더 내 수만 있다면 내가 어둠이 되더라고. 너의 곁에 내가 있어줄게. 나와 같은 곳에 있어줄래. 창밖은 너무 추워 나 혼자 남아있기에 여기 내가 있어 가득하지만 I am you. 나도 날 몰랐어 혼자 헤매있어 근데 어느 순간 그때 여기 시간 멀어 보여. 나와 같은 시간 같은 하루를 보내곤 했어. 이제 나의 질문과 너의 대답이 보여. 정작 막혀나 나의 고민들과 너의 고민들의 끄집어점을 다 찾아가. 우리 환생의 케미를 모두 완벽했어. 그래 함께라면 너를 통해 나를 보고 너도 나를 통해 너를 보는 멋진 장면. 너의 곁에 내가 있어줄게. 나와 같은 곳에 있어줄래. 창밖은 너무 추워 나 혼자 남아있게 여기는 내가 내서 따뜻해지나 I am you, me you. 너와 있을 때는 알 수 있어. 같은 공간 속에서 같은 시간 속에서 모든 이겨낼 수 있어. I found you. 하지만 왜 아프기만 할 걸까 사실은 내가 먼저 무섭다 다 두고 봐 할 수 있는 말들을 지키지 못할까 두렵다 점점 난 달라져 왜 한강 밖은 달라져가는데 두렵다는 난 지금 머리 아프다 향해 떠나가네 넌 멀어지지 마 Everyday 붙잡아줘 내 손을 꼭 잡아줘 야야야 꼭 걸어서 넌 향해라고 같아 야야야 너 때문에 나도 멈춰진 것 같아 야야야 뭐 어때 널 갖기엔 아직 부족하지만 뭐 어때 자신감 속에서 번호만 나 어떤 것도 두렵지 않아 이거 뭐 당연하잖아 개똥만이 I'm doing like you Baby baby 잘 때마다 이리 생각해도 다른 놈들은 다 그냥 답답하다고도 말 미치는 내게 네가 날 알려줘서 즐거웠어 no way
Honestly, after the concert was over, I already started missing them because it felt like we were all so close to them and they talked a lot to the audience and they did their best to speak in French, which was really cute. But after it was over, we had to wait a little while, like half an hour before High Touch. And High Touch was really impressive to me. As soon as I saw them, I was like, whoa. Because, well, at the concert, really, in the middle of it, I still felt like it was all one huge fan cam, you know? Like, wow, I'm not really here, am I? But when the High Touch came along, I was like so completely convinced that it was all real and it really hit me in the face pretty hard. The first person in High Touch that we met was Woojin. And I was really baffled by the way he looked in general because he looks a lot cooler than he does on camera. So I was just like, hi Woojin, and he was like, hi. It goes by really fast. Well, it didn't seem fast at that moment, but it was like, you could say something, but not like completely pour your heart out to them. So I just went like, hi Woojin, and he said hi. And then was Changbin, and I kind of blurted out, hi, I love Sriracha. And apparently, according to Yoni, I made a hand gesture like, I love Sriracha. And Changbin was really confused, and he went like, oh, thank you. Then was Seungmin, I think. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was Seungmin. And I just said, hi Seungmin, and he went hi. And then was Yeonjun, and I just said hi to Yeonjun. And then was Chan, and since Chan is kind of my bias, I'm OD9, but Chan has like a really special place in my heart. I just kind of blurted out, I love you so much, and he just said, aw, thank you so much. And for the rest of the people I had so far, they all just high-fived me, but me and Chan kind of went like this for a second, and it was like everything to me. Then was Felix, and Felix really caught me out of nowhere because I was like, hi Felix, and he just like, I told you that he probably saw me faint, and when he saw me he was like, and it was really cute, and he just yelled at me like au revoir, which is bye in French, and I was like, ooh, au revoir Felix, and we were just kind of giggling at each other, but it was really cute. Then was Jungin, and I just said hi Jungin. Then was Han, and my stupid face literally said at Han, see you tomorrow Han, and him and Mino, they were the last two, and they just looked at each other and were like, oh! And I think you can actually hear that on my voice memo that I secretly made. But yeah, they were both just really surprised that I said see you tomorrow. And they were like, see you soon, see you soon. And that's kind of everything. I was really just touched by everything that happened that day. It was honestly an amazing concert. It's been a week and a day now, and I recall it pretty well. And I miss it really. It was one of the best concerts I've ever went to, and also the one I had the most weirdest experiences at. You can ask Yoni if you want. But it was all so worth it. Like, it was a lot of money and a lot of effort and a lot of queuing, and I got sick. But in the end, their performance just made me feel so at home, you know? With all the other stays around me and everyone was just shouting, and I can't really explain, you know? It's just, I felt like I belonged there. And it was really cool, and I think I really want to see them again. I know it's a lot for me to go through, but I feel like I could go through it all again just to see them again. So I really hope they come back to Europe someday, only after they've rested though. They really deserve some rest. That was kind of everything I had to talk about for the concert. I will be making a much longer video for the fan sign. I hope you didn't find me boring or anything. I just tried to explain everything I could remember. And the way I experienced the concert, I'm pretty sure it went better or worse for other people. But this is just everything I want you guys to know in case you ever want to see Stray Kids live. It's really worth it. I really recommend seeing them live. Stays were really nice to me. The boys were just amazing to see. And I just love them, you know. I'm just so happy to be the Stay. I will be making my fan sign experience video now, so I'm going to cut this one off short. I'm really sorry, but I'm way more excited to talk about the fan sign. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my concert experience explanation thingy, and if you would like to see more of my content, please remember to hit the subscription button, or even not a notification button if you want to. God, Romy, why are you so literate? And yeah, leave me a like and a comment if you have anything to tell me or anything to ask. I will try to reply. And yeah, that's kind of everything I had to talk about for this concert. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it.